Hey everybody, it's Jen from Jenn's RAQ, and I hope that you're all gearing up to do our May 2013 Paleo Challenge. It's starting tomorrow, so that's kind of cool. I have not gone grocery shopping for it yet, and that made me think maybe there are others that have not either. And so I thought that I would do a little video with a couple of pointers and ideas and different things. So if you're going paleo for a month, you really do need to think about your meal plans. Now what you're going to find out is when you go to the store, since you're not buying a bunch of the prepackaged stuff or flours or sugars or that kind of thing, you're going to end up buying a bunch of ingredients and not a lot of ready-made things. So what you should be buying the most of would be vegetables, and that can be as local or organic as you are comfortable with as far as with your budget or what's available to you or what's convenient for you. I'll have a post a little while later of some different alternatives for cheaper produce. But vegetables and fruits, meat, and the amount of fat that you have in there kind of is dependent. Most schools of thought that I hear on paleo suggest that if you're going to do something like where you eat the fat, then your best bet is to try and get as clean of meat as possible. So the pasture-fed, no hormones, that kind of thing. Like, you'll need to worry more about that. So more of the local, cruelty-free type stuff, as opposed to the animal mills where they have just, thousands of animals all stuck together that are sick and they're pumped full of antibiotics and that kind of thing. So anyway, if you're going to eat the actual fat from the animal, for example, if you're going to be eating chicken on the bone, or if you're going to be eating a steak or something like that, where you're going to actually eat the fat, or if you're going to cook something and then reuse the fat, for example, if you're going to make bacon and then cook eggs in it. If it's a time where you're consuming the fat, then it's a little more important that you have a more natural animal to begin with. That said, if you are doing poor man's paleo, which I totally get, then you just need to make that call for yourself. If you feel comfortable with just using the cheap meats that you find, that's fine too. I often will go and look at the markdown meats like at Kroger or Aldi, and I'll just pick up some things. I mean, if it's cheap enough, I'm like way excited, especially if it's pre-seasoned for some of the different things. That's always exciting too. Although you do have to watch your ingredients. Occasionally they'll put a seasoning on there that even will include like MSG and soy and things like that. And you're like, why did they put that in there? And they kind of like ruined a good piece of meat. But anyway, a lot of people don't care, and that's just how that is. But anyway, all right, recapping. Vegetables, fruits, meats. Other things you're probably going to want to have: eggs. And if you're not an egg lover, it's not like you can't do the paleo diet. But eggs are a really inexpensive and delicious way to get protein and fats in your diet. And again, depending on your budget and your conscience and what you feel is right for your family, try and decide the best kind of eggs for that. I know that at Aldi, they have, which I say Aldi, I know not everybody has an Aldi or Aldi, however you say it. There isn't one everywhere, but I like to go there because they have really inexpensive things, which I'll show you guys in a minute that I like to get. But I'm doing kind of a partial poor man's paleo. I try and get as local and fresh and natural as I can, but I also have to balance that with I'm feeding 6 people. So, we have to do what we have to do on a single income, So, fruit, vegetables, meat, eggs. Other things you're going to need, you'll need some kind of fat. I love to cook with coconut oil. A lot of times I don't cook with oil at all. I will use some ceramic pans and stuff that I have, so they're kind of naturally nonstick. But it is good to use oils because if you don't have enough fat in whatever you're eating, you will not feel satisfied. So if you are taking this as a low-fat, healthy eating challenge, you're probably setting yourself up for failure, and I only say that because fat is what satisfies you. So you've probably heard people saying that, I have a fat tooth. Well, you kind of do have a fat tooth, and if you don't satisfy that fat tooth, you're going to keep on trying to eat something. And then if you're like me, you'll keep eating the healthy stuff, and it doesn't do anything for you, so then immediately you need a candy bar. Or, oh my gosh, I need chips, which, no, you don't. You probably should eat something with some fat in it. But again, like I said, I don't use a lot of oils in my cooking, but then again, I eat a lot of fatty foods. So I'll have, bacon that has fat in it, or I'll have chicken wings and I'll eat the skin, or that kind of thing. So we do have that. Or avocados. That's another great one. Full fat things, and just go for it. If it's a healthy fat, then it's nourishing for your body and it's there for the taking. Another thing that you might want to have on hand are nuts or seeds. Be careful when you're looking at those, because a lot of times they're processed with oils that are kind of on the no-no list. And so just be mindful of that. And again, it's your personal preference. If to you that under 2% of the ingredients don't matter, then they don't matter. And, pick up the snack that you want. I would like to say that we are not buying dairy for this challenge, but I wanted to show some snacks and stuff that we typically have, because I get that question a lot. What snacks do you eat being paleo? And we have young children, so we're always in need of snacks. So I wanted to show you an example of some snacks we always have. We always have raisins. I love to have raw local honey. What I love about this is it's easy to throw into a smoothie that would otherwise be a little bit tart for young taste buds or for picky taste buds. Because when I make smoothies, I like to put fruits and spinach, and sometimes I put chia seeds, and sometimes I put flax meal, and I might put unsweetened coconut milk or unsweetened almond milk. And for the kids, it's not really quite as sweet as they would like. And so since raw honey, especially local raw honey, is great for allergies and things like that, I don't feel too guilty putting some in there. And if you're watching calories, which if you're being paleo, you really shouldn't have to worry about that. But if you are, it's a pretty low calorie sweetener. Other things we like to have, I have some almond butter here. I don't know if you can even read that. Gosh, my camera's awful. Anyway, some almond butter, and it's just ground up almonds. That's all this is. I also really like the almond butter that has salt in it, because the salt just kind of gives it a pop. Or sometimes I'll put a drizzle of honey over that. And we love to dip apples and all sorts of things in that. Let's see, we have some dates right here, and they're unsweetened. And these dates are great because you can make your own like Lara bars with dates and nuts and whatever other add-ins that you want. Or you could use raisins for those as well. And I have a friend, her blog is pounds 4 pennies, and the 4 is the number 4. So it's pounds, the number 4, pennies.com. She has a recipe for homemade Lara bars from raisins, so check that out. Another snack that we like to get is pistachios. My kids love pistachios. They think the fact that it's green is just crazy, because when they bite into it, they're like, what is that? Another thing that I like to do for the kids are these fruit strips. Now, they're super expensive, and you could easily just make your own. But I like these because it doesn't have a bunch of yucky ingredients in there. It literally is apple puree, apple juice, natural flavor, organic juice concentrates, citrus pectin, organic lemon juice, vitamin C, vegetable and fruit juice for color. So this is the Target brand. We get some at Aldi sometimes. There's also the Fruitaboo, Stretch Island, Fruit Leather. These are the little round ones. They're kind of the same idea. Now, these are ridiculous. I think there's like $4 for a box of 6 of these. You can make your own, or, oh my gosh, children, eat a banana. Way cheaper to just eat the banana. We also like to have almonds. These happen to be the salted kind. Sometimes I just crave that saltiness during the day. And another thing I wanted to mention, and I get these at my Aldi. These are little chocolate bars, and yes, they're chocolate. It's 85% cocoa content, so that's pretty awesome. And these little things come with these little bitty bars in here. I think there's 5 per container. 5 little bitty chocolate bars. So when I'm feeling like I need something to take the edge off of my day, I do not consume caffeine regularly. The only caffeine I get is from chocolate. And so if I feel like I need something to take the edge off of my day, I'm about to beat everybody, I'm done with the world, whatever. Sometimes I'll just go grab a bar of this chocolate, and it's satisfying to me. Usually it does its job beautifully. And I don't feel bad about it because it's 85% cocoa, and then it's sugar, then it's soy lecithin, then it's the emulsifier flavor and vanilla. But It does have some bad ingredients, but like I've said, you use your conscience level and you use what you feel is right for you. And so for me, having a bar or 2 or 3 of these per week is fine in moderation, just like that, as long as I'm not saying, well, since I'm doing that, I'm going to go have a Tootsie Roll. You know, no, that's not what I'm doing at all. Cocoa actually does have good properties in it, so, you know, I don't feel too terrible eating that as long as, like I said, it's in moderation. So I hope that you guys are stuffing your carts at the store with all sorts of healthy ingredients to bring home. If you're looking for recipe inspiration, check out pinterest.com/JennsRAQ, JENNSRAQ. I've got a board right now specifically for the challenge, and I have a lot of people on there that can pin to that, that are actually participating in the challenge. But then I also have a lot of other boards you might be interested in. I have paleo desserts. I have paleo kid-friendly snacks. I have paleo main entrees. I have recipes from the 21-day sugar detox, which that would be great as well. That all fits to these standards. And there are just all sorts of resources out there. But I'm really excited about it, and I hope that you're excited about it too. This is something that you will not regret. You will love that you made this choice for yourself. And even if you don't stick with it after the 31 days, you'll be glad that you at least gave it a shot. So I will talk to you guys all soon. If you're not part of the Facebook group, please check that out. You can look for it. It's Jenn's RAQ Paleo Challenge, I think, or May Paleo Challenge, something like that. Anyway, and we will see you on there and offer you support and congratulate you on your successes and answer questions and all sorts of fun things. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for our challenge. Bye.